Alright, so we're taking a first dive into the Lord of the Rings adventure card game. I really wish it wouldn't minimize when I click off screen. I wonder if that's an option we can change. Okay, so this is a digital card game that's largely based on the Lord of the Rings, the card game by Fantasy Flight Games. It is a single player / multiplayer co-op card game in which you build decks and you fight a sort of AI deck. It's a scenario-based game that you're fighting a preset deck of cards based on the scenarios, etc. So, anyway, this is a first-time playthrough, and we're going to dive in and see how it feels. I actually played a lot of the adventure card game, or sorry, the card game, the physical version. A lot several years ago. What is this? Bug report, I'm assuming? Debug mode? Yeah, it is. Maybe this game would do better if, for example... Okay, we're going to play around with this for a sec before we move on. People watching this on YouTube later, you can skip through. Actually, screw it. I'll just do it. I'll just do it later. Quest challenges, hero rewards, and card unlocks coming soon. Okay. Avatars, card backs, and emotes. So that's that. Gameplay experiences. Okay. We're just going to dive in and play... just go through some of the first initial quests of the game. So we'll start with the tutorial and see how we go. Core concepts, advanced concept, nuanced concepts. Ooh. Deck building. I'll go back. Alright. You can change the difficulty of the tutorials? I guess we'll just do... that seems strange. I'm assuming we'll just should just keep it on standard. Quest rewards. Reward. First completion. We don't know what that is. Alright, forget it. Let's just jump in.
Impatient to greet his old friend Glowin, who was expected on the Old Forest Road, Bilbo left Bjorn's hall to wander the approaches of Mirkwood. After raiding a bee's hive for an after-dinner snack, he continued onward, eyes scanning the path ahead for the face of his old friend. Bilbo was so eager to see Glowin that he lost track of time, and soon the light began to dim. With the setting sun, the sounds of the Wilderlands came alive, with the clicks, calls, and squawks of creatures more attuned to nocturnal activity. Too late, Bilbo noticed the impending shroud of darkness.
"Oh, my stars!"
he exclaimed.
"I seem to have gotten all turned around!"
Suddenly there was a snapping sound from the trees nearest Bilbo. He froze, staring at the tree nervously. But a soothing voice spoke softly from behind Bilbo.
"Greetings, friend of the elves."
Much to Bilbo's relief, it was Arwen of Rivendell, accompanied by a tall woodland elf.
I am Legolas, son of Thranduil, whom you know well.
"I will gladly accept assistance from the elves."
It is fortunate that we found you, elf friend.
Neither the folk of Rivendell nor of Thranduil's Hall shall fail you.
Okay. Your 3 heroes are essential to your quest. Do your best to protect them. If they're all removed from the game, your quest fails. You start every quest with 5 cards to examine a card in your hand. Simply click on it. Okay. Westfold Outrider. I'm guessing that's resources. Oh, it actually... Card cost. The amount needed to play a card. Yep. Attack. Health. Willpower or something like that? Yep. Yeah, so I will say before we continue, one of the main things that was important to the physical card game was you had heroes, they generated resources that let you play cards every turn, and your cards had attack, defense, and a willpower stat, because in addition to attacking threats, enemy units that the scenario deck would play out, you had to complete quests, and to do that was the willpower is what was required to do that. So it seems like that concept is intact here in the digital card game. Arrival, deal 2 damage to 1 unwounded enemy. Okay. So you can't finish off enemies with this. That's worth noting. But dealing 2 seems pretty good for 1. 1 mana 2/3 that deals 2. Pretty good. Okay. Each card is a little bit for now, doing this cost. Yep. Each round you gain 3 resources that you spend to play cards. Any resource that you don't spend carry over each round. Yeah, so in the real physical card game, the color of the heroes that you had determined the color of the resources, but it looks like they're just doing generic resource pool, and I'm guessing the heroes determine what you can actually put in your deck. Basically the same thing, but a little bit less convoluted, perhaps.
My old friend Glowin awaits me on the Old Forest Road. Will you kindly assist me in finding the trail?
You have certainly gotten yourself lost, little friend.
Hold fast. I fear we are not alone.
Hatchling spider. You must find the path to continue your journey. The goal will advise you on what you must complete to advance your story. When you complete necessary tasks, the goal will update automatically. You can select the location banner at any time to check your current goal. Okay, so objectives are an important part of many locations. Here's the location. When they appear, resolve them by using your characters to apply progress and advance in your quest.
We must find a path past these creatures.
The game is played in rounds. Each round has several phases, which always starts with Upkeep. A card with the Upkeep keyword performs its ability during this phase. Upkeep, restore 1 health to 1 character. Some abilities trigger automatically, others require you to choose a target. A glow surrounds each eligible target. You can to examine available target before choosing one. Deal 1 damage. Well, this thing deals 2 damage to an unwounded enemy, so maybe we want to get this guy. Who else do we have here? 2 cost 2/2. She just applies 2 progress, which I'm assuming refers to this. -2 attack to every enemy this round. That could be very good. So we can attack in without... I'm assuming it's going to actually make it.
Back, foul creatures!
I have some healing art, should there be need.
We must weigh our options carefully.
Single action per turn. You may either act with the character or play a card. After you perform an action, Soren takes it. Okay, so it's a back and forth. You and Soren, kind of like Runeterra. You and Soren continue to take turns so you both run out of actions or choose to pass. Yep. Click the button. Two card types are available to on this quest. Events, which affect your characters or enemies, and allies who aid you in your journey. Yep.
We have friends in this forest.
Let's start with allies. I'm assuming that's left click to play an ally from your hand onto the game. Left click and drag, yep. Assuming I can double click as well. No.
My eyes see everything.
Ooh, we're so good at this game. An ally is not as powerful as a hero, but can be of great use to you on your quest nonetheless. The Thillian Lookout is a good ally with decent ability scores, though no special text. Yeah. 2 cost 2/4. Probably fine. You can have up to 7 characters to play at one time. Soren can have up to 8. What a cheating bastard. Thick webs. Exhaust. What did it say? Exhaust every ally that enters play. Ooh, okay. Sauron can play cards too. Playing a card just counts as his action, just like you. Yep. Special kind of objectives called hazards. Each one triggers a negative effect until you resolve it or leave this location. Okay. Normally, an ally is ready when they enter play. This means... Okay, yeah, I get it.
Just like old times.
Now it's your turn. Choose what you'd like to do. Attack an enemy, engage either the hazard or the objective, or play a card from your hand. Let's say if we leave the location, this hazard goes with it, right? Come on. I'm wondering what this is always saying. Okay. Well, the game made us play that thing, so we can't do the initial action that I wanted to do. She's really good at progressing, but not so great at fighting, so we probably just want to progress. But we can't progress entirely in one turn. We can go 7. Probably want to get rid of this then. Let's see all their abilities. She restores a health. He deals a damage. So we can actually... It's probably going to get to attack us at some point, though. Let's do this.
For Rivendell!
This means that if this enemy is wounded but not defeated by the time you and Sauron both pass, it will restore 1 health. Upkeep. Deal 1 damage, 1 random character, and restore 1. Oh, okay. So rats are very persistent.
This forest is alive with vermin.
It means we get to play this guy now. Maybe we're supposed to deal 2, then finish this off because it's going to be a pain in the butt. But maybe we want to actually do this because then it takes away 1 potential action from Sauron.
To the defense of the men!
Enemy of Shield. How many? 1 out of 1,000? Is that what that said? Oh, 1 out of 1,000 progress? I have no idea. Have to check that out later. So that thing just smacked our boy here. Oh, and he didn't take return damage, it looked like. Is that what I saw?
You would die before your stroke fell.
Oh, you don't take return damage.
No!
Oh, I just assumed that because that's a thing in like most card games. Yeah. Hunter, 1 out of 1,000. So I guess if you kill 1,000 beasts, 1,000 spiders in the case of the other one, that's an achievement. I think we'll do this.
Let us pause and consider our next step.
Gotcha. So you only ever get 3 resources. I'm assuming there are cards that let you increase how many resources you get turn to turn. Choose 1. Exhaust 1 random enemy. But revenge. What does the revenge keyword mean? When this card is defeated or resolved. What's resolve mean? Like resolve as in actually gets enters play? So it's like an enters play effect that will trigger a second time when it dies? Potentially? Seems pretty good, but it is expensive. You must find the path to continue your journey. Can't quite get there. Apply 2 progress. I think I want to start with progressing and then
For Rivendell!
we'll see what Sauron does. And maybe we just leave this location. Yeah, that thing did. Restore 2 to 1 ally and ready it? Seems pretty good.
There! May the trees be my guide.
defeat and discard are different. If a unit with a revenge is discarded instead of being defeated, the revenge effect does not trigger. Okay, and apparently resolve doesn't mean anything either. Right? Resolve, or it doesn't mean what we thought it meant. Or resolve. What does that mean, man? I can't remember if enemies in the other game followed you between locations. I wonder if that's true for this game.
Lazy lob! The old forest road is no longer safe. I must warn Glowin.
Ow!
I sense something strange has befallen Mirkwood.
Legolas observed as silence descended upon the forest. Arwen agreed, adding,
Let us continue along the path, but remain vigilant should these creatures return.
Bilbo sensed something as well. An increasing feeling of being watched, of an unknown observer lurking nearby.
I feel the eyes of the forest on me,
he whispered. Arwen and Legolas glanced at each other in worry, for they had sensed this for some time now. Alas, before they could do anything about it, more spiders dropped from hidden webs above to attack.
More of the foul beasts descend!
Beware that creature. I mark it to be greater than its brethren.
Most of the enemies face are hideous, but sometimes Sauron will send special foes called villains. They are more powerful, and defeating them is often critical to success of your quest. So how do we know the difference? This symbol here is indicative of a villain, I guess? Dark Weaver, 210. Nasty. In this case, you must defeat the Dark Weaver. It won't be easy. It will exhaust one of your allies each round. Remember, you can't take an action with an exhausted character. Upkeep exhaustion. Ooh. Are allies any of my cards, or just these guys? Guess we'll have to figure out the terminology a little bit. Final encounter, defeat the Dark Weaver to complete your quest. Gotcha. Boss battle! I think this is a spear wall turn.
I shall tend to the wounded.
Well, that doesn't work.
You would die before your stroke fell.
Lazy lob!
For Rivendell!
New round. I think we want to... Oh, this thing was exhausted, so we actually don't want to restore him. Restoring Bilbo doesn't do much because... Not enough time to attack. He is the weakest one, though. Legolas can have up to 9. Bear in mind that you only need to defeat the Dark Weaver. You may need to deal with the other... You may deal with the other enemies that you see fit, or even ignore them. That's what I'm doing.
For Rivendell!
Boom!
We have vanquished the beasts. Come, my friends. I see the path ahead.
Yeah.
For days, a strange pull had drawn the creature towards the forest's edge. Desire drove it on. The creature missed the cool air and precious darkness under stone. Yet for years it had roamed the wilderland, faithfully searching, hunting, craving. A nearby noise attracted its attention, and the creature slid through the branches to investigate. As it peered out of the trees onto a small trail, its ancient heart began to beat rapidly. For there it stood, the thief, the forever cursed. Finally, Baggins.
Quest rewards. We got a new deck. Cool. So, yeah, it shows that this is what we earned. Okay, so let's do next one.
Having dispatched the spiders, Arwen and Legolas led Bilbo back to the Old Forest Road.
I thank you, my friends, for rescuing a lost old hobbit,
He said,
What's this talk of being lost?
called a voice from up the trail.
Glowing!
Bilbo cried with joy, for it was he at last.
Hello, my old friend!
Glowing gestured to the stout companion at his side.
This is my son, Gimli, who has traveled with me from the Lonely Mountain.
The younger dwarf nodded to Bilbo, but eyed the elves warily.
Well met.
Came his gruff response. Arwen nodded in respect to both dwarves.
With Bilbo in the charge of these strong companions, we shall take our leave. We have business elsewhere, and a meeting of our own to keep.
Bilbo was sad to see the elves go, as he much liked their presence. But he was eager to relive old tales over food and drink with Glowin at Bjorn's warm hearth. The elves departed silently into the woods, while Bilbo and the dwarves made down the forest path.
The trees of Mirkwood bring back memories of my younger days. I'll be glad to join the feast at Bjorn's Hall. I look forward to meeting Bjorn himself.
Inquisitive Took.
Snakes block our path. I thought this road was safe. No longer, I'm afraid.
Locked, I'm assuming, means you can't progress it, but this also indicates that it goes down every round anyway. It's like Buck Adder likes to attack the character with the lowest health. Ugh. Alright. Defense grants a character. Oh, we have a new symbol here. I'm thinking this is threat. Defense grants a character the guard keyword until they take an action or are attacked. To activate this ability for Glowin, click the defense button. Oh, here? How do I... Does any character have that? Oh, I guess it's a new mechanic that they're adding. Okay.
Stand back, you two.
Can only be directed at units that have guard active. Okay. So even though this thing wanted to attack Bilbo, this was the only eligible target. Oh.
We will face them
And
together,
then he's exhausted,
old
so I
friend.
can't actually use him again. That was basically his use. Or I guess not. It said something about, like, if it turns out you didn't need the guard, you can attack. Conditional abilities, Gilman gains attack bonus. First time a character gets damage each round. The first time a character dies is on +1. Okay. Yeah, I did that already.
You will not harm my father and live, beast!
Technically, it was the other guy that harmed.
Baruch Khazad!
Now, finish the round. On your turn, you can use Bilbo to take an action or play a card from your hand. This guy's just a 1 mana 1/4/2. Seems decent. Another dwarf. Veteran Axe Hand. This artwork brings back memories. This card is in the game. Don't remember cards having this much health relative to their cost, though, so that's definitely something that they've changed. They've rebalanced the game in that way. To be fair, the game was never about this back and forth either. There was definitely combat steps, if I remember correctly, so that's probably why they've had to rebalance it in such a way. Apply to progress. Will that actually work? Wonder. Oh, it's not letting me. Yeah, it's not letting me play that. Exhaust an ally to ready a different character. Cool. So we'll play... You don't save resources round to round.
My axe swings too.
So we're just going to play both of these things out. Knowing when to play cards and when to attack is important. If you defeat enemies before they act, your characters can avoid taking damage. So it's saying that I was an idiot by not attacking that.
In wandering, I find peace.
I gotta get used to the fact that when you attack, you don't take reciprocal damage. Except through that guard keyword. Right?
Barukazad!
I'll do the stinging.
Good.
Yep, we figured that out. Forest Protector has guard. When units with a guard keyword enter play, they activate defense as a free action. Okay, neat. Which means... Is this... So does this indicate that this is the first action that Sauron has to take? Guess we're gonna...
Those with the power for good. Well met, friend elf.
No, it's not. It just informs how it attacks when he chooses to do it. Gotcha. Since for protected guard had guard active, Forest Spider couldn't attack any other target and also suffered reciprocal damage. Is she not exhausted though? I guess not, because it wasn't an action to activate guard. Ah, okay. So I didn't notice last time that that was like that. I just wanted to see how that was. I obviously should have just finished the thing off with one attack before it dealt damage, but wanted to see how that interaction worked.
Baruk Kazan!
I'll do the stinging.
So we should probably... guess we'll attack here. Because it wants to kill this.
I depart for the west.
Barukazad!
Enemies can have the guard. Collected something apparently? I have no idea what that is. Units with the guard keyword ready during upkeep activate defense as a free action. Wow, that's cool. What? They just got another one. Some units have the range keyword. Play Yarwolf to see how that functions. Yarwolf?
Evil trembles when I approach.
A unit with the range keyword ignores guard when attacking. Use it to ignore Spark and attack the Muck Adder instead.
Run before me!
Okay, cool. So I may as well exhaust something that's going to die and not have much use anyway to get this ability back, perhaps? Or maybe I'm supposed to activate guard. I've taken a lot of damage. Ah, see, there we go. It's not letting me choose him, so allies are clearly the non-hero characters. Character, I guess, is the all-encompassing term. Already. Maybe I should have attacked with Gimli. Attack value is pretty high.
Baruch Kazan!
If he plays another one of those things, I feel dumb for not killing the enemy immediately.
Run before me! Baruch Kazan!
I forgot that I had that. Or unique is musical. I want to copy the play to tie. Yeah, figured what that's what that meant. If units have a flying keyword active, you cannot target them with melee attacks. However, you can use ranged attacks on flying units. Revenge, summon 1 Black Forest Bats. Can I click to see what a Black Forest Bat is? Apparently not. Oh, that's the thingy. Glossary. I'm assuming this is just terms. Yeah, hero or ally. Alright. Does he want me to do that now? Yeah.
Run before me!
Okay, so there's just a 1/1. I guess this doesn't work on these types of things. So we want to defeat some before we take too much damage. Let's go here. Actually, right, it's fine. There. Okay.
Baruch Kazan!
Good time to learn about threat and threat. Okay, yes. Whoop. Threat is a measure of the risk you face during a quest. Sauron directs more attention towards you as the number grows. If you reach 50 threat, your quest fails. Your starting threat is equal to the combined threat value from the three heroes who bring the quest. You may click on any one of yours. Okay. Yep. Normally, your starting threat is calculated at the start of a quest, but we'll do it now. During the quest, you gain 1 threat at the end of each round. Some cards, like Spies of Shadow, can add even more. And +1. Ah, okay. Most quests have at least 3 threat events. Let's add some for you to look over and get an idea what they're like. Oh, I see. And the threat meter... Okay. Your quest fails if you reach 50 threats, so it's important to keep track of the total and control it when you can. Don't forget to defeat Spies of Shadow before the end of the round to avoid the extra threat. And this is saying the creatures before you are more than enough to occupy your attention, so the sudden arrival of yet another giant spider is like some cruel joke you are definitely not used. Okay, so it's just saying the name of the event is called Unexpected Company. It triggers when we hit 30 threat. It summons a giant spider. It's a threat event. That's a type event. This is just some flavor text, and then it's showing us what is actually being summoned. A 2/6 spider. At 37, deal 2 damage to up to 3 different random characters. That seems nasty. Grant 1 cost to the player cards this round. Sure. Okay, well, I'm glad I attacked with my 3 damage thing right before a 1/3 randomly appeared. That was nice. I keep forgetting I can't attack. I can't attack any of these things, so I'm not really sure what to do. I guess I guard and force them to hit. Oop. Guess I could have played this too. Damn it. I guess that was a reason to change this off. Alright. I'm gonna pass. See what he does. When units have the guard gear active, not only can't you use melee, you also can't engage objectives. Upkeep grant 1 to soaring. Yeah. Sword refilled his hand. Yeah, triggering. Oh, it had the guard keyword? I didn't notice that. Did it actually say the guard? I feel like it didn't say guard keyword in the thing. Maybe I just missed it. You don't travel promptly after completing a location goal. You draw Soren's Ire in the form of the looming threat, a locked hazard that produces an increasing amount of threat every round. You don't travel promptly after completing a location goal. I see. That's interesting, because in the previous game, it actually encouraged you. You were kind of incentivized not to travel immediately necessarily because enemies would follow you, so you'd want to control the board as much as possible, then move. Because if the next location had enemies that automatically spawned as part of its, enters play ability or whatever, that'd be really bad. But I guess in this game they found that people were amassing too much value because of the way the game works, so now they actually encourage you to travel immediately and enemies don't follow you, which is kind of cool. Travel before it locked. What does this mean again? Locked as in you can't interact with it. When the final phase, when end effects trigger and this round effects expire. Oh, okay. End of a round end when any ready enemies can attack an end effects trigger. So it's a good idea to neutralize enemies and remove end effects before you travel. Okay, so you still want to control the board a little bit before. That giant spider used thingy to deal with it. Sure. I feel like I should start with this here. Oh, and I also lost it.
I bring news from Rivendell.
Exhausted units cannot have flying active. While exhausted, the units land and can be attacked like any other target. And you can use willpower for more than just engaging objectives. You can also use it to trigger fate events. Miraculous effects that aid you on your quests. Okay, the fate meter shows it's this thing. Any available fate events. Most quests have at least 3. Let's add one for you now to check out. Daughter of the Nimrod. Restore 2-1 hero. To add this character's value to the fate meter, either right click the fate bonus so we drag the character cameo to the fate meter. Okay, let's do it that way. Like here. Okay. You spent your previous added to the fate mirror. Now let's use it to trigger the fate event. Okay, they need to clean that up a little bit because it's like kind of hidden. Trigger it as free action. You can still take a regular action. Go ahead and play. Okay.
Do you hear the voice of Nimrodel?
Power. Some cards have a special ability called Power. I see. Bilbo can steal them from Sauron. What? Oh, now suddenly he has a power. If you need. Yeah, I don't think I need it.
Baruch Kazan!
The creature hesitated. It would have struck without mercy, had not that filthy dwarf been with Baggins. The creature feared the strength of dwarves. Fortunately, it knew of a safer way to snare its prey, for the creature had made friends in the forest over the years. It had learned their chittering tongue, and they'd helped each other in dark deeds. Noiselessly, under shadowed boughs, the creature slid off to plead with the lady of the nearby brood. Tasty flesh it would offer her. For himself, the creature desired only a tiny thing. A trinket, the smallest of things.
Some fate and threat events only appear at a single location. Be on the lookout for them. They can make a big difference in how easily you progress through the location. Some fate and threat events. Okay. I see. So this only triggers in the location that we're currently in because this symbol. And what is it doing? It's summoning 2 of them. Okay. If we get to 36, so gotta watch out for that. The majority of our cards belong to one of the 4 spheres of influence. Each sphere has a particular area of emphasis. Leadership represents the ability to inspire and command others. This sphere focuses on gaining resources and playing allies. Leadership cards are Jack of all trades, but Master of none. Lore represents wisdom and specialized knowledge. This sphere focuses on healing, exhausting enemies, managing your card draw. Lore cards have decent attack, but low health. How does that make sense? They're all about healing. Does it mean the reverse? Like, both of the examples they just gave are the reverse of that, but alright. Spirit represents strength of will and aspects of supernatural. This sphere focuses on managing threat, action manipulation, and building combos. Spirit cards have strong willpower but low attack. And I'm guessing this one's got good attack but worse everything else. Tactics represents martial prowess and tactical skill. Sphere focuses on combat and managing direct damage. Tactic cards have strong attack but low willpower. Some player cards are neutral. They belong to no sphere of influence and can be included in any deck. Like Gandalf or Honeycomb. Gandalf in this game, just like in the actual physical card game, is a beefy boy. Draw 3 cards, deal 3 damage, or -3 threat. Yep. Store 1 to 1 character for free. Okay. Probably want to heal Glowin here because he's about to die. Actually, this might be a spear wall turn. And then I can. It's like, how dare you heal? check.
Run before me! Hammer and toll!
What do you do? Power. Grant 1 resource. Well, that's gonna pay for itself.
Strike where the iron is hot!
Immediately, so that's nice.
Fighting shoulder to shoulder with dwarves brought a familiar stirring to Bilbo's heart. He paused, remembering times and companions who were now only a memory. He sighed, breaking his own reverie. Suddenly and silently, Arwen strode onto the path. Behind her was another elf who Bilbo had not met before. The way they appeared suddenly unnerved Bilbo, but if the dwarves had any reaction, they kept it to themselves.
Greetings, friends,
She said.
This is Rosiel of the Woodland Realm.
What happened to Legolas?
Asked Bilbo. Arwen smiled, nodding her head.
The forest path has become unsafe. He carries word of this back to the Elven King.
We must make our way to Bjorn's Hall and report the same.
Glowin added.
Let us make haste.
Bilbo went to take up his pack, only to discover that it was missing.
Stars! I've misplaced my pack! And my sword as well! I must find them!
He fumbled subconsciously for the ring that he once wore around his neck, but was no longer there.
An explorer deck. Okay, I think we will do the final tutorial and call it a day with this, probably.
Ah, Bilbo's sting is a mighty weapon!
Glowin roared.
We must recover it. Let us search back along the trail.
Master Gloin is correct,
Arwen said, then paused to look from Bilbo to the dwarves.
and speed is of the utmost importance. But Rosiel knows these woods best, and she and I are blessed with the eyes of the elves. We will find the sword and pack.
I will not leave these woods without Sting.
Bilbo exclaimed in an urgent whisper, so as to not draw the attention of any nearby creatures.
And I will not abandon Bilbo.
Glowin added. Taken aback, Arwen offered a compromise.
Rosiel and I will take up this task with Bilbo, but brave dwarf, I request most humbly as Lady of Rivendell that you first carry word to Bjorn and then return.
Glowin grumbled to himself a moment. Though not pleased, he understood the import of her request.
I will do as you ask. Reluctantly.
Arwen bowed in thanks to the dwarves, and with Rosiel, made off with Bilbo.
I take comfort in your companionship, friend elves.
It is an honor to accompany the great Bilbo Baggins of the Shire. Let us hurry to find your lost blade, then return you to the safety of Bjorn's Hall.
You have 2 lore heroes. This gives you access to certain lore cards that you otherwise wouldn't be able to use. We'll explore this further during the quest, okay? Previous quests have shown how ally and event cards work. Now you have access to additional card types, attachment and event preparation. Let's look at each now. We'll start with attachments. Play Bilbo's cloak on Bilbo. Can I read it first? Upkeep, -1 to gain to Sauron. Hobbit only. Cool. Attachment is a card type representing armor, weapons, and special abilities. Characters can be equipped with one of each type, you mean? Ah, yep. So he's got Shadow. Oh, I'm guessing these are evil attachments that can be added to you. So this is ability versus armor and weapon. That's cool. I think is purple is the color supposed to be a quick way of indicating which one you have, perhaps? This gem means the unit, yep. I already figured this. Best. Now let's check out preparation cards. Play advanced warning. I'm guessing this is a kind of like instance, but you have to exhaust the next enemy that enters play. Yep. Ah. Treachery is basically his version of preparation cards. Okay, may as well use our dudes then. I guess we want to kill this before it attacks. Oh, we can't because this thing's guarded. Are any of these people ranged? No. He's got a power though. I could steal one to draw two. And also reduces his ability to do stuff. What does she have going for her power? Recover one of your non-unique allies. Grant Surge to your next ally played this round. And Surge means you gain one immediate action. Okay. Health, yep. Oh, right. That's something else we might want to consider. Location specific. Ooh! Glowing returns. Discard one random shadow attachment. That's neat. I'm guessing that's only location. Oh, there we go. Location specific. So it only works in this location. Guard spider. Oh, we find sting. +1 or +2 when attacking an orc or spider. Well, that seems useful. So we can go 3-1 to get here. And we get this immediately. It's an attachment, right? I just saw it said 2. Is it just 2 this round? I don't know.
Now take a taste of my elvish blade! Sting!
You bastard. Alright. Recover one of your non-unique allies. Yeah, okay, so we're probably just attacking with her. Actually, I think... Oh, that's it was spent? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so what is this? So why is 12... 12 is just the maximum you can store, I guess? So the question is, do we want to just summon Glowin? Probably do, right? I kind of want to kill some spiders, though. Let's say defeat 3 spider units or defeat every enemy in play. Start each quest with 30 cards and draw from the deck each round. If you draw all your cards before the end of the quest, you can only use whatever cards are in your hand in play or in the available fate meter. Fine. Some cards are tailored to specific spheres, indicated by the sphere level. Ah. They have potent effects for their cost, but including your deck requires 2 or even 3 heroes of that sphere. Ah, this is different from the physical card game. So you can only put Hobbit Bounder in your deck if you have 2 of these kind of heroes. Is a 2-cost 2/5 with guard, but 0 willpower. I'm guessing we drew this because it wants us to play it. Seems like a pretty good play, actually. And then this lets us draw 2. Almost want to start with that. But we could steal power. Steal 1 to 3 from... Why wouldn't I start with this?
Takes me back to my old days as a burglar.
Oh, is it random?
We have not been idle.
Units with the summon icon aren't played directly. Instead, they appear as a result of a triggering effect. Summon units are exempt from enters play effects, like from Advanced Warning or Thick Webs. Okay, and I guess that was a free action because... Yeah, because triggering these are free actions. Gotcha. Restore 3 to 1 character and ready it. It's a nice thing to build up. I think... What do we want to do? Let's draw 2 cards. Ooh, Advanced Warning. Why won't it let me play this?
Nothing passes unnoticed.
Wait. These things always enter play exhausted?
He looks more like a grocer than a
Oh, because
burglar.
of this thing.
The enemy is upon us.
And again, this looming threat that it keeps mentioning. How do I know what it is? You shall
Sensing
pass.
the imminent arrival of yet more spiders, Arwen stood closer to Bilbo. A clicking echoed in the darkness, indicating many legs and mandibles approaching. She worried that
Or
she and
someone
Rossiel
typing.
could not alone provide the protection they had promised if they tarried much longer.
I fear that we may not locate your pack, friend Hobbit.
She whispered.
Perhaps it is time we retired to the safety of Bjorn's Hall for the night. We can resume our search tomorrow in the light of day.
Spiders closed in all around, some skittering along the leaf-strewn forest floor, while others dropped from the gnarled branches above. At the edge of their vision, a great spider menaced them, much larger than the rest. Was it directing the others? If so, for what purpose? Bilbo swallowed hard, feeling fear, despite the reassurance he felt from his companions.
I think you are correct.
He chuckled, a forced mirth he did not feel.
Let us depart this place presently.
Be wary, Bilbo. These spiders are in a contentious mood.
And +1 for each unwounded enemy. Enemy, like it's referring to these? I'm assuming so. Which it did here. Since it was the only ally in play, exhaust every ally that enters play. And 2 big uns. 2 biggie spiders, advanced warning. I think I want to start with this, except it's not letting me. Okay. Am I missing something? Why is it not letting me play this? Exhaust the next enemy that enters play. I guess for the purposes of the tutorial, it doesn't want me using this. Gain Stalwart. Kind of want to put that on him and then guard with him. 3 for you. Apply 1 progress to escape the gloom for each hazard resolved. Okay, so we gotta like hit all of these. So if anything, I want to put Starbroach on her. So I can get 2 of these 3 things. Okay, yes,
For Rivendell!
What's another one? Exhaust the random allies, pretty bad. That for each unwounded enemy is pretty bad.
For Rivendell!
Okay, he ready to treachery.
The enemy is upon us.
Oh, you can only have up to 1 unique thing. Maybe that's why, because I had one stored already. Ew, and you can't have multiples of the same one, I guess. Which makes sense, because in theory they would both trigger on the same enemy, but I mean they could have just programmed the game that way. Whatever. We'll just say they don't allow you to do multiples. Okay.
Lazy lob!
I actually kind of want to activate that. Sure, but that means I get this guy. I kind of lose it, right? Because it's a free action. Or does he say guarded into the next round? I guess we can test it out.
Shortcuts make delays, but inns make longer ones.
Oh wait, no, they just get it every round. That's right. That's how that works.
He looks more like a grocer than a burglar.
Restore 1 health. How about you? Ooh, Gandalf, just in time. You received a card with the fleeting keyword. Units with fleeting leave play at the end of the same round in which they're played. Yep, that's what he used to do too. Some cards require you to choose from several options. Yeah. Well, we don't have the resources to play that unless he gets 2 things, which would be nice. Probably just supposed to advance the quest and leave, though. Why not? Oh, right, you can't progress while there's a guard unit in play. Right. Alright, with that in mind, maybe we'll try this.
Takes me back to my old days as a burglar.
Yeah! It's probably meant to happen. Alright, what do you do? Draw 3, deal 3, or a -3 threat. Let's deal 3. Probably should draw. If I expected this game to go on longer,
I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me.
Eat it. Bitch!
You cannot pass!
Why was you shall not pass? Get owned. Owned, Sauron. Sauron? Whatever.
For Rivendell!
Bilbo captured.
Bilbo! No!
Unexpected difficulty.
The onslaught of the spiders finally paused, but only for a moment as they sought to regroup. In the confusion of the melee, the companions had become separated, though each was fully aware of the calamity of Bilbo's capture. The spiders seemed to coordinate their attack with a purpose, and the abduction of Bilbo was not mere happenstance. They must have wanted the aging hobbit for some purpose only they could understand. Dark as this event was, there was one glimmer of hope, in that they clearly wanted him alive, and that meant he could be rescued. If only the companions could gather again at Bjorn's Hall and then stage a rescue. But the lull in the battle was over, and the spiders were gathering once again in greater numbers. The first task was simply survival. Only then could a...
So I'm guessing that's the first real quest of this game is rescuing Bilbo. I recognize some of these character portraits, but it's been so long since I played, I don't know who anybody is anymore. Okay. Cool stuff. Yeah, I mean... Oh, there we go. Deck building, tutorial 4. Do we want to keep doing tutorials? I think I do, but we're going to take a quick break. First, I want to check on some stuff, so I'll be right back. Flight Through Darkness tutorial 5. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. Alright, I'm getting hungry, so I got myself a small snack. But we're gonna go do the next tutorial.
Welcome to the deck building tutorial. Here, we'll walk you through the basics of creating an effective deck for play. In the process, you'll be able to create a unique deck and save it for use later.
Decks, review and purchase cards. It's like alternative art for your heroes. Okay. Let's create a deck. To do so, first we need to switch over to the deck builder tab. Okay, next, create deck button to create your own deck. Name your deck. New deck. There's a gallery of all the heroes available currently. You can right click any card to bring up a detail view. Yeah. Hero card detail view, you can select alternative art for your heroes, review their unique challenge award, and learn more about the card itself. Card set, core set. Use Arwen's Upkeep ability 50 times, and then you get 2 copies. You unlock this card that you can then add to your decks, I guess. Which says you lose 1 threat, restore 1 health to every character. That seems pretty powerful. Okay, so fellowship is... Oop.
There's always time for a good meal.
Hey. I wasn't done looking at stuff. If I remember correctly, this was her card art in the actual card game. That artwork doesn't look familiar. This was definitely the original Aragorn art. To be fair, I only played it up to the first cycle, so they could have released actual alternate versions of the heroes that also had alternate art. Holy fuck. Take 8 actions with Aragorn in 1 round. I see. So he gets a free action of spending a resource to ready him. So by default, you can use him 4 times in a round. Once normally, and then with 3 resources. So using things like resource gaining cards and abilities like with Bilbo, I could see how easy it would be to get this. +1 willpower, vanquish, grants +1. So I'm guessing vanquish means every time you kill an enemy, you can grant +1 willpower to something, which is a permanent boost, I assume. It can only be equipped to Aragorn, which gives him +1 willpower, which is nice. Sword that was broken. Neat. Alright, sorry. What does it want me to do? You've chosen a spirit hero. Okay. Ugh, bastard. Okay, fine. Cancel. This is Tom took. Cancel damage from the next enemy attack this round. Neat.
Elendil!
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
Allies. Okay. And add 4 of them to your deck. Okay, I don't want to get bogged down in the details here. We're just making an example deck. Event cards. Okay. Add 4 to your deck. Sure. All right. Let me just see some of these three ofs. You own all available copies of this card. Cool. So is everything in 2s in this game, it seems like? Which is unlike the original game, everything was in 3s, I believe. Grant 1 willpower and +2 defense to every ally. Damn, that's strong. It's only 1 resource, but it requires triple leadership heroes. Let's complete it just to say we completed the tutorial. Looking at all card types here, I assume. A lot of cards in this game already. Where's Gandalf over here? Put him in the deck already or something? Oh, no, there he is. Why didn't I see him before? We need one more card. Let's add the... Oh, no, that just took him out. Alright. Each quest has 3 play styles to choose from. Each style determines overall difficulty and features different styles of play. The first time you play, you'll be restricted to standard difficulty. After that, you can pick the difficulty you enjoy best. We recommend trying each to see what suits you best. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. In addition to selecting your difficulty, you also get to choose what deck you can use on the quest. Yep. Okay. Let's just choose one of these 3 that we unlocked. I guess we could try the first one. Starter deck, battle deck, explorer deck, Shadows Reach deck. Let's choose the starter one for now.
The festive mood in Bjorn's hall is broken when Glowin and Gimli burst in. At first, the celebrants laugh at the news that Bilbo has lost his pack, but sober up when Glowin growls,
"There's nothing funny about spiders on the move in Mirkwood!"
As Glowin departs to rejoin his friend, some revelers share a look. He's right. A threat from Mirkwood isn't to be taken lightly. The adventurers agree to lend their aid, but by the time they gather, the impatient old dwarf has already departed. Undeterred, the Fellowship heads up the Old Forest Road. Precious minutes pass with no sign of any disturbance. Then, as doubts begin to creep in, the sounds of violence just off the trail. Rushing forward, the adventurers see a mass of spiders close in on Glowin, who shouts to you that Bilbo is taken. The spiders of Mirkwood seem driven onward by some dark intelligence. Alas, what began as an attempt to aid Bilbo is now a fight for survival.
Elendil!
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
I shall claim full amends for every fall and stubbed toe.
Gloin, at your service.
Starting hand. Surge, so he gets a second action. Immediately, Warrior Sword, just +1 attack. Well-Huron Lancer. Kind of want to expect the battlefield closer, but whatever. Keep this guy because he's potentially really, really strong. Reduce 1 minion to 0 attack this round. Rescue Glowing before he's overwhelmed. Glowing. Defeat 4 spider units or defeat every enemy play. Glowing must survive. Okay. +2 resources to each player. Seems pretty good, actually. I want to guard up first, though. Interesting, there's a 3D effect on that. Could give him +1 attack, and then it can one-shot this, but there's just a chance this thing's gonna attack before it gets to do that. See if the AI recognizes that it should do that. Yeah, it did.
He cannot stand alone!
I can save this for the next round, I assume. 36 ranged. That's kind of nice.
Hammer and tongs!
Our history shall be preserved.
Let's just do this now. I kind of want to see. Remember when I got rid of that ranged guy and then the opponent played 2 flyers?
My eyes see everything.
Ta! I know this is giving him a resource. Oh, Sauron Pass, I couldn't do anything else, so that's why. Since you need to survive, I'm gonna do that. Grant +1. Okay. What do you do? Restore 2 defense to a character on arrival. I want him to take another damage first, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
For Rivendell!
Choose your path. Something is stalking you. Return to Bjorn's Hall, back the way you came along the Old Forest Road, or find another route. Perhaps there's safety in the woods? Apparently, if we go this route, we're gonna get hit by spiders, and this way it's got dwarves.
With the threat of the spiders momentarily abated, you stop to catch your breath. When you entered the woods, you had no clear plan, and with the news of Bilbo's abduction, it is clear that you should now return to the hall and organize a proper expedition before attempting a rescue. You prepare to embark on this course of action when you hear the nearby howl of wolves. First spiders, and now wolves. Has the whole of Mirkwood risen up against you? Spurred on by the new danger, you hurry down the path. With a pack chasing after you, you decide it may be best to cover your tracks and throw them off your scent if possible.
Phew. Wolf of the Vale. Pursuit. Oh, this means it follows between locations or something? This unit follows your heroes from one location to the next. Yep. Cover your tracks to lose the pursuing creatures on your trail. Shake off. Pursuit enemies in play. Ah, yeah. So you have to kill pursuit enemies. I think you can still progress this. No, it seems like it's locked because the pursuit enemy is in play. Upkeep, gain 1 defense. That thing's nasty. I think I want to reduce everything's attack to 0 this round.
Baruch Kavod!
No, that's also a pursuit enemy. Gotcha. We got a lot of resources. We could play something really nasty, actually. Store 2 to a character. You have 5? I might do that.
The dwarves are upon you!
+1 when attacking a wounded target. So he's probably gonna kill one of these two. And even if I heal... I could heal this one to save him. I don't think there's much use in doing that.
Baruch Kavod!
For Rivendell!
Of course, now that I've exhausted her. Trixie AI.
He looks more like a grocer than a burglar.
Oh, maybe I wanted...
Welcome to Rivendell.
She's getting a little low. I guess Soren just passed? Is that what happened there?
He cannot stand alone!
Why not? That's dead to a strike from here. No, just in time. Another feint? I think that's perfect. I'm gonna just use it on this.
Hammer and tongs!
For Rivendell!
I serve no man. Moria!
Baruch Kavod!
I want to see what the looming threat is. It's not that bad. Am I drawing 2 cards every round? Is there something I have that says I should be drawing a second card? Or have I always been drawing 2 cards every round?
You evade the pursuing pack and can soon make out the lights of Bjorn's Hall in the distance. Your sense of danger ebbs for the moment, with thoughts of food, drink, and a warm fire sustaining you as you plan a proper rescue of Bilbo. Abruptly, the distant lights disappear as you hear the onrush of many tiny wings and the screech of bats. First spiders, then wolves, and now bats? Truly, Mirkwood is filled with dangers this night. As the cacophonous mass approaches, you see one huge bat, larger than the others, leading them on. All that stands between you and safety is this last giant menace and its attendant.
Flying stalwart. What does that mean? The ability triggers upon defeating a unit. No, that's vanquish. Oh. Okay, so they get double attack, basically. Gandalf could be very useful this round. A lot of flying things.
Go back to the abyss!
Farewell.
Ah, damn it. Should have read more of the card, I guess. That means I can play these range dudes, though. Or I can summon this guy.
For the Elden King!
Can't vanquish anything else, so I guess I should shoot it. Oh, you asking for it now, boy.
Hammer and tongs!
I serve no man!
Having fought through the onslaught of the creatures of Mirkwood, you and your companions have returned to the comfort of Bjorn's Hall. Though you survived your ordeal, Bilbo remains missing. The time has come to gather a fellowship and re-enter the forest to rescue the old hobbit. This concludes the Prelude campaign, Armed with a good understanding of gameplay, you can now quest forth across Middle-earth in confidence. If you remain unsure about anything, worry not. You can replay any of the individual tutorial quests at any time to refresh your memory.
Alright, that was pretty fun. I think I'm definitely gonna try to make some time to play this a little bit more this week, and ooh, look at that. I get a free alternate art if I want. It's got a couple Bilbo's clothes. Gain 200 for each. Oh, that's neat. Are these? I'm assuming these aren't repeatable. So there's another 200 fellowship that I can gain from using this. We didn't even have the opportunity to use. I took note of his ability, but no shadow attachments ever happened. If I'd known this was a thing, I could have done that. That's neat. This is for the first time. Neat. So where do we see that now? Stick with the default one for now. So you can unlock avatars for 1,000 fellowship east. You can unlock frames for 1,000. Emotes apparently. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. You can unlock card backs as the default one. Or that one. I like, this is the original. This was the one that was in the original games. So I'm gonna switch to those, actually. For nostalgia. Pre-builds. Oh, I see. You have to set it for each deck. I mean, that's fine. You know what? I'll do it for the decks that I build. How about that? Yeah, the pre-built decks can have their own, but any decks that I build, I want to put that on. All right, fellowship. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. How much? Where does it show how much fellowships you have? So that's a reason to replay that last mission, which I'm assuming we can just skip right to. Quick play, random skirmishes. Stories, the battle, campaigns. Okay, so I'm guessing... So how does this work, then? This is like an individual mission, but a campaign is like a series of them. Yeah. At the end of which, there's something you get. Okay, let's go back, and then encounters are advanced challenges. So they're probably kind of like puzzle mode in similar games like this. It's like try to win and like kill all enemies in one turn using the resources that you have, and if you fail, then it's just over. I'm definitely gonna explore playing through a bunch of these in the next week, and we might try, and I think I might practice a little bit by trying to get the last couple of rewards from that one mission. At the end of that one mission. How do I... It's interesting that this is only... You can only do this with the mouse wheel. Doesn't seem like you can click to find it. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to complete this final mission with custom decks and get a little bit more familiar with this game, and then we're gonna play this. I think this is we'll play 1 or 2 missions at the end of every stream for the next little while we wait for Monster Hunter Rise. Is there multiples for completing these multiple times? No. Okay. I'm glad that they don't make us complete that multiple times. Sweet. All right, that's going to do it for me today, folks. Thanks, everyone, for checking things out. Videos will be up on the YouTube channel later as normal, including our playing through the tutorial campaign of this game. And yeah, I think we'll play this one a little bit more for sure. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.